trying to find myself. I get behind myself. I need to rewind myself. Looking for the payback. Listen for the playback. They say that every man bleeds just like me. And I feel like number one, and yet I'm last in line. I watch my youngest son, and it helps to pass the time. I take too many pills that helps to ease the pain. I made a couple dollar bills, but still I feel the same. Everybody knows my name. They say it way out loud. A lot of folks fuck with me. It's hard to hang out in crowds. I guess that's the price you pay to be some big shot like I am. I'm stretched hands and one night stand. Still I can't find love. And when you walk on tumbling down, I will always be around. And when you walk on tumbling down, I will always be around. People don't know about the things I say and do. They don't understand about the shit that I've been through. It's been so long since I've been home. I've been gone for way too long. Maybe I forgot all the things I miss. Oh, somehow I know there's more to life than this. I said it too many times, and I still stand firm. You get what you put in, and people get what they deserve. Still I ain't seen mine, no I ain't seen mine. I've been getting, just ain't been getting. I've been walking that dead line. So I think I'll keep walking with my head held high. I'll keep moving on, and only God knows why. Only God, only God, only God knows why.
Man, I love that song. That's a good one right there, man. What's going on, everybody? Top of the evening. Man. Matter of fact, you know what? Before I share this video here, I'm gonna bring something else up real quick. Um, just because I'm proud of myself, man, and you should be. Every once in a while, give yourself a pat on the back and an attaboy. Sometimes you deserve it. But everybody knows, man. Last couple of days, I've been working on the job. It's a job that's important to me, and it's a job that I finished today. So I'll go ahead and share the short with you guys real quick. Un momento. But let me know what you guys think, man. How'd it come out?
Myself, I say self-made, meaning I design myself. County jail fade, you can pull my file yourself. Spot rage, swallow rocks, I'm getting high myself. Nah, damn right, I like the life I built. I'm from West Side 60, shit, I might got killed. Standing so tall, they think I might got stills. Legendary baller like Mike, like Wilt. 96 Impala, thug life on wheels. Up against the wall, squabble at Fox Hills. Like a motherfucking boss, ask me how I feel. Successful street nigga touching them first meals. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my don't know a nigga like myself.
Yeah, I thought it came out all right, man. So I was pretty happy, man. We got it done today. It's completely done. I brought in a helper today to help me out. Knocked it out, got it done. But good stuff, man. That's what it's all about. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Dusty, I see you, brother. Scotty Vice, man, what's going on? Chaz, Snowplow, how you doing, sis? Jordan, man, what's good, my brother? Who else we got in here? Vegas, man, what's going on, Ricky? Hope you're doing good, brother. Who else we got in here, man? My brother Tommy up in the house, man. Salute, Tommy. Jeff, what's going on, brother? Unapologetic American, what's going on, man? Sunset, what's going on, sis? So, Corrupt started talking to me a little while back about Stoicism. And then, as faith would have it, Snowplow started coming over from Corrupts, I do believe. And she also, out of nowhere, sent me some books regarding Stoicism. I've been reading writing in my journal for the last 2 days and reading the poems, the quotes. So it's very interesting. And what I like about it is it's not a religion. It's a philosophy. It's a way of thinking. And that's what I really like about it. Shabazz, what's going on, man? Local, what's going on, brother? Hey, man, I'm giving you your wrench back, bro. You're getting your wrench back, bro. There you go, doggy. So anyways, yeah, I'm not listening to nobody else ever again. Anyways, where was I at? Yeah, it's not a religion. It is more of a philosophy, a way of thinking, a way of bettering yourself through thought and through educating yourself. A lot of the great men of our ancestry of the past use Stoicism. And yeah, Cake. I'm learning. I'm very new to this. So I thought we would go ahead and just, go over this video. I thought it was kind of fitting because of some of the situations happening. But there's another one that I have after this that we can go over. Leslie's going to be home in a minute. She might come up and join us. I may even open the panel. We can talk if you guys want about it. But yeah, let's go ahead and check it out, man. Let's get started on it.
Felt the overwhelming burden of emotional attachment, feeling trapped in a cycle of attachment that seems impossible to break free from. It's a common struggle that can leave you feeling powerless and stuck. But here's the silver lining. Change is not only possible, but well within your reach. Drawing wisdom from ancient Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, we will uncover the key to mastering the art of detachment and breaking free from the emotional chains that bind us. In this transformative video, we will explore the profound principles of Stoicism to guide you on a journey towards emotional freedom. By applying these timeless teachings, you will discover practical and healthy strategies to detach from someone or something that weighs heavily on your mind. Say goodbye to the mental shackles of attachment and embrace a newfound sense of clarity and focus on what truly matters in your life. If you believe in the power of personal growth and are ready to break free from the chains of emotional attachment, then this video is for you. Let's begin.
See, I thought it quite fitting. I just thought it was quite fitting. I'm just saying. And I'm very curious to see what they got to say, man. I'm really, really looking forward to learning more about this. I have been trying to find something. I'm not very good with therapists. I don't do good with talking to therapists. And I had to listen. You don't need to tell me that I'm fucked up. Like, you don't go through the things I went through as a child, 13 years in the California Department of Corrections, all on level 4 yards, and then come home and lose your grandmother that raised you since the age of 2, and your son gets murdered, and you're okay in the head. I mean, I'm just saying. I know I'm a little fucking crazy and off at times, man. And what you see is what you get. I mean, I'm no different in person. So this is who you get. So if you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. But I've been looking for something, not religion, but something that I can hold on to that can help me process this anger, this pain, and these feelings that I don't know what to do with. I don't know what to do with these fucking things. And they build up and they build up, and I hold it in and I hold it in. And I just really think that educating myself and learning about this is going to be a gift that will forever give. And I really want to say thank you to Snowplow and to Corrupt for, keep talking to me about it and kind of not pushing me, but, showing it to me, if you would. Salute to everybody in the chat. Stone, I see you, sis. Mike, what's going on? I see you. I hope everybody's doing well. Scotty Vice, what's going on, man? Jamie, I see you, Jamie. Hope everybody is well, man. Juan, what's going on, brother? Salute, Juan. So let's keep going, man. I'm going to go ahead and play it. I'm going to shut up, man. You all know about me enough.
1. The power of detachment. Why is detachment important? Think about it. When we cling too tightly to people or situations, they begin to control us. It's like giving someone else the remote to your feelings, letting them flip through the channels at will. Their influence can dictate your happiness, your sadness, and in extreme cases, can drive people to make irreversible decisions. Detaching doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you're assigning the proper weight to things outside your control. Imagine your emotions are like a kite. Now this might seem odd, but stick with me. Every string attached to something or someone represents a potential direction your emotions can be pulled. If you hold on to too many strings or hold one too tightly, you're at the mercy of the wind.
That's deep, man. When you really think about that, what he just said, that is fucking straight facts, man. When you're putting yourself out there to too many things at one time, it can get very crazy, very fast, man, in life. And that is so true, man.
Stoicism teaches us to loosen our grip, to understand that while we can't control the wind, we can decide which strings to hold. This doesn't make you cold or indifferent. It makes you grounded and resilient. Let's get a bit more practical. Start by identifying what or who you're overly attached to. Next, ask yourself, why? Are you seeking validation, afraid of loneliness, or something else? Understanding the root of your attachment is the first step in loosening its grip. Now, engage in activities that fill you with a sense of purpose and satisfaction. The goal here is to rebuild the foundation of your happiness on your own capability, not on external affirmations. This is how you cultivate stoic resilience, by finding contentment and strength within yourself, irrespective of external circumstances. Remember, detachment doesn't make you less empathetic or compassionate, nor does it make you devoid of feelings or connections. On the contrary, it allows you to offer genuine care without draining yourself. It teaches you to love without losing yourself in the process. This stoic practice doesn't just apply to people. It's about detaching from outcomes too. Strive for excellence, but don't hinge your self-worth on the results. When you detach in a healthy way, you grant yourself the freedom to experience life's full spectrum without letting any single experience or person anchor you down. Detachment in its essence sets you free. 2. Understanding attachment. You need to realize that when you're attached to something, you are operating from your ego. Let's strip things back to basics.
That's facts, man. That is facts. You are most definitely at that point operating from ego. That's facts.
Creatures of love at our core. Think about a newborn baby, radiating joy, untouched by the complexities of ego. Yet, as we age, our ego takes the driver's seat, cluttering our lives with attachments. These attachments, whether to people or ideals, cloud our judgment and distract us from our essence, which is love. Remember this: attachment is the game of the ego, the very antithesis of love and self-contentment. If we step back and view our desires and connections through this lens, we begin to see the unnecessary weight they add to our lives. Now, envision a life lived from a place of love, not ego. Imagine the freedom of not clinging desperately to outcomes, people, or statuses. Living from love allows you to trust in abundance, to genuinely believe that what's meant for you will find its way. This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about a deep-seated belief in your personal value and capabilities. It empowers you to let go, to recognize that attachments are merely anchors limiting the vast ocean you're meant to explore. So
what are you going to do, man? You're going to fill your life with negative attachments that drain you down and suck your energy out of your life and cause you to operate on a level that is not performing. Nah. And if there's attachments that are negative in any way whatsoever that are hindering that, you would be doing yourself a disservice by not cutting that attachment, period. The only person you hurt is yourself. I would only hurt myself by hanging on to that negative attachment. Let's continue.
how do we start to untangle ourselves from these anchors? Begin by acknowledging the attachment. See it for what it is: a product of your ego seeking security and validation. Next, shift your perspective. Understand that your worth isn't tied to this attachment. Your essence, your core, is enough. This understanding doesn't occur overnight. It's a deliberate practice, a conscious choice to prioritize your inner peace over external validation. Finally, embrace the concept of abundance. When you let go of the fear of loss, the universe has a way of rewarding you with more than what was let go. Detachment doesn't mean you care less. It means you understand better. It means staying true to your essence, letting love guide you rather than fear. The journey towards detachment is transformative. It's about shedding layers of the ego to uncover the resilient, love-filled soul beneath. It's about moving forward with lightness, free from the burdens of attachment, ready to welcome new blessings with open arms and a steadfast heart. 3. The illusion of the ego. Sometimes our ego makes us believe that we're not good enough, or that another person's grass is greener, leading us into a trap where we emotionally cling to others for validation. This misconception often leads us to idolize individuals, placing them on a pedestal as if they possess something unattainable. Yet when stripped down to our essence in life's critical moments, we realize no one holds a special ticket. We're all equally vulnerable, equally human. It's crucial then to confront this illusion head-on, to see it for the mirage it is, and not let it distort our perception of ourselves or others. Let's talk self-confidence and inner healing for a second. It's okay to remind yourself that you're amazing, special, and unique. It's a healthy practice for building self-esteem and nurturing your inner child. However, embracing this mindset doesn't mean viewing others as less than or separating yourself from the collective human experience.
See, that's deep right there, man. See, like, and I don't look at people less than. I don't do that. You know, until you show me something that, you know, makes me not want to know you or be in contact with you, then I'm just gonna treat you as an equal until you give me a reason to not. I don't look down on people no matter what they're going through in life, because I've been in some low points in my life. So who am I to look down on anybody? That's so true. But at the same time, man, you got to guard yourself. You know what I mean? And it's okay to say, hey, I did, like today, right now, when I did the short, I patted myself on the back. I don't do that very often. Like, you know, I have low self-esteem in a lot of ways. Leslie gets on me about it all the time. I don't take compliments well. I just, you know, I'm like that. And sometimes it's good to say, hey, you did good today, man. You did that. Sometimes it's all right to tell yourself that you did a good job, man. We deserve that sometimes.
Instead, it's about recognizing that while we each have our unique paths, no single path is inherently superior to another. Our stories are interwoven threads in the larger tapestry of life, each as significant as the next. Now, onto the subject of detachment. Particularly in relationships, it's easy to fall into the lack mindset, fearing the loss of someone unique and irreplaceable. This thought pattern is a direct offspring of our ego, whispering lies of scarcity and limitation. In truth, enforcing emotional detachment is not about denying feelings or becoming indifferent, but about embracing the abundance of the universe and our capacity for love. It's acknowledging that while someone can be special to us, our completeness doesn't rely on their presence. This realization liberates us from fear-based attachment, empowering us to love freely without clinging desperately. Finally, resonating with the Stoics.
And that goes along with death, with people that you love, that you've lost. Understanding that you can love them and they don't need to be present for you to still love them very deeply.
Stoic philosophy, it's invaluable to practice seeing every individual, including ourselves, through a lens of equality. Everyone we meet, everyone we might lose, plays their role in our journey, just as we play in theirs, but no role is indispensable. By internalizing this, we cultivate a profound emotional strength that prepares us to face life's uncertainties with grace. The Stoics taught us the importance of focusing on what we can control, our perceptions, actions, and will. In applying this to relationships and detachment, we find a path to genuine peace and resilience, shedding the illusions cast by our ego and embracing the liberating truth of our shared humanity. 4. Detachment in practice. The thing is, you have to be willing to let go of past experiences. You have to be willing to let go of past relationships, right? It's like holding onto a rope so tight that your hands start to hurt, but you're scared to let go because you don't know what will happen if you do. Let me tell you, letting go doesn't mean you fall. Sometimes it means you can finally stretch your hands, reach out, and grab something even better. I had to learn this the hard way when I clung onto a comfortable relationship because it felt safe, not realizing I was shutting doors to potential happiness that was knocking on my door. Here's another truth bomb. Fear of missing out, or FOMO as we call it, is a trap. It's like watching everyone else's highlight reel on social media while you think you're missing out on life. But it's not real life, it's a curated, filtered snapshot meant to showcase a perfect moment. Once I stopped scrolling through everyone else's stories and started living my own, FOMO lost its grip on me.
Man. That is so deep right there, man. And so poetic, man, at the same time. Like, man, stop scrolling through other stories, man, and live yours. So true, man. So true, man. That right there is fucking poetic.
Not knowing every detail of someone else's life doesn't mean you're missing out. It means you're fully present in your own life, making memorable moments that belong to you and you alone. Attachment to a false image of happiness can make letting go seem impossible. You see others living their best life and fear that you're falling behind, that you might never have what they have. But remember, grass only looks greener from a distance. Up close, you'll see it has its share of brown patches too. Creating an illusion of perfection in someone else's life steals joy from your own. It's like running on a treadmill trying to catch up to a hologram. No matter how fast you go, you'll never reach it because it's not real. Detachment isn't about giving up happiness. It's about defining it on your own terms. So, to emotionally detach, follow the Stoic principle. Focus on what's within your control, your thoughts, your actions, your growth. It's empowering to realize that no one's opinion, no past relationship, not even a shiny, filtered life on social media has the power to define your worth or your happiness. This realization is your armor. It allows you to move forward, unburdened by unnecessary attachments, free to experience life in all its unpredictable glory, and open to the genuine, fulfilling connections that are waiting just around the corner. Remember, letting go isn't an end. It's a bold step toward the life you truly deserve. 5. The path to happiness. Where does true value come from? It's a question that, when answered, can pivot us away from unnecessary attachments and towards a state of emotional freedom. Understanding this concept is particularly crucial when the challenge is to detach from someone, a process deeply ingrained in the principles of Stoicism. It's not about severing ties with malice or indifference, but about recognizing that the most profound form of companionship you'll ever possess is the one you have with yourself. True value, as it turns out, stems from within, your character, your wisdom, how you treat others. It's easy to think that happiness is locked in someone else's presence in our lives, that our worth climbs with their approval or dips with their neglect. However, this mindset chains us, reducing our vast potentials to the whims of another. Like a bird believing it needs permission to fly, we limit our emotional skies. Imagine instead realizing that the sky has always been open, waiting for you to spread your wings on your own terms. This self-reliance is liberating, teaching us that our value does not fluctuate with others' opinions or presence. Detachment, therefore, isn't an act of pushing someone away, but drawing ourselves closer to our essence. By focusing on personal growth, on becoming the best versions of ourselves, we unshackle from the heavy weight of neediness. It's akin to nurturing a garden. You wouldn't plead for a single flower to grow. You tend to the soil, water the plants, and trust in the natural process. In focusing on self-improvement, we cultivate a garden that blooms regardless of who chooses to walk through it or admire its beauty. This nurturing becomes a source of happiness that's independent, resilient, and profoundly rewarding. So how do we tread this path of emotional detachment? It starts with the understanding that you are complete, with or without someone's affirmation. Your journey is about discovering the expanses of your own sky, learning to love, the freedom that comes from flying solo when necessary. Embrace Stoicism's wisdom. Focus on what's within your control, your thoughts, your actions, your growth. This doesn't mean closing your heart or turning a blind eye to love and connection. It means securing your emotional anchor in the steady ground of your being. Remember, your self-worth isn't a puzzle missing someone else's piece. It's a masterpiece in progress, complete as is, yet open to adding more beauty from the world around it. All right, thank you for tuning in, and I hope this brought some insights into your day. If this resonated with you or sparked a thought, hit that like button, and if not, that's okay too. Your perspective is always valued here, and for those eager to dive deeper into the journey of personal growth, we've got a special bonus for you, an exclusive free gift exploring 3 Stoic rules for a fulfilling life. Check out the link in the description to claim yours. Finally, do you have thoughts on emotional detachment or insights from your own experiences? We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Plus, if you know someone who could benefit from today's topic, feel free to share this video with them. Until next time, let's spread the wisdom and support each other.
Of Margaret.
So that was awesome. And I have another one that I'm going to play. Because you can't share links in these chats on the verticals. So I just put the link to that in the community section. And I will also put it in the description below when I'm done with the live. Okay. So I have another one that I found that I really want to watch with you guys. And it's by the Machiavellian Mind. The name of the video is "They Broke You Once, Now Become the Monster They Created." So again, I'll put the link to this in the description below. But before we get into that, we'll have a little music break if you guys would like. And I'm trying to kill some time until Leslie gets home, so maybe she can come up and hang out as well. I think she might have a few things to add to this. But let me see what I can put on here. Let me see. Here we go.
A company always on the run. A destiny. Oh, it's the rising sun. I was born, a shotgun in my hands. Behind the gun, I'll make my final stand. Yeah, and that's why they call me bad company. I can't deny.
until the day I die. Until the day I die. Rebel souls, deserters we've been called, chose a gun and threw away the sun. Now these towns, well, they all know our name. The death punch sound is our claim to fame. And that's why they call me Bad Company. I can't deny. Bad Company till the day I die. Until the day I die. Until the day I die. Until the day I die. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, blood for blood. We've all gotta die. We've all gotta die.
Hey, well, thank you very much, Josh. Hey, I appreciate that and salute the VPS. I appreciate him sharing this out. I don't know if he's going live. I hope I'm not stepping on his toes. But thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. We're about to go over a video here about Stoicism. And I think it'll be pretty good. So let's check it out, guys. Let's see what's got to say.
They broke you, and you let them. You trusted when you should have calculated. You showed mercy when you should have shown strength. You played by rules that were never designed for your victory. But here's what they didn't understand, what they couldn't understand. Every wound they carved into you was a lesson. Every betrayal was a blueprint. Every moment they made you feel powerless was actually forging something they'll never be able to stop. You see, broken men go two ways. Most stay broken. They carry their scars like chains, whining about fairness, waiting for the world to apologize. But then there's the second type, the ones who realize that the pain wasn't the end, it was the beginning. The ones who understand that when you're shattered completely, you get to rebuild yourself into exactly what you choose to become. And they won't recognize what you've become until it's far too late. Machiavelli understood this. He wrote The Prince not from a place of comfort, but from exile, from betrayal, from watching weaker men hold power while he rotted. He didn't cry about it. He studied it. He mastered it. He became someone those same men would fear to cross. Drop a comment right now. I am the storm they created because that's what you're becoming. Not the victim, not the wounded, the storm itself. Part 2. The Metamorphosis. Let me tell you something about monsters. Society fears them because monsters don't play by the social contract anymore. They don't seek approval. They don't beg for acceptance. They take what they've learned in the darkness and use it without hesitation, without guilt, without the weakness of hoping others will change. You were taught to be good, to be fair, to turn the other cheek. And where did that get you? Stepped on, used, discarded. The people who broke you, they're still out there, living comfortably, never losing sleep over what they did to you. They moved on the moment you stopped being useful. That's the reality. That's the game.
See, and that's the thing too, man. Let me just kind of listening to this makes me correlate to a prison organization, because that's exactly what it's like. You know, you work to and do things to get to a certain level only to have so many people below you trying to take you out to get that position. And it's just and then once they're done with you, they're done with you. That's it. You're long forgotten. Everything that you did, all the work you put in, all the sacrifices, all the extra time you caught, all that's erased. That was for naught.
And you were playing it with a blindfold on. But here's the shift, the transformation that separates the conquered from the conquerors. You stop trying to be understood by people who lack the capacity to understand power. You stop explaining yourself to those who weaponized your vulnerability. You become fluent in the language they actually speak, the language of consequence, of boundaries enforced through action, of calculated moves that protect your position. This isn't about revenge in the emotional sense. Emotional revenge is weakness. It's reactive. It's still giving them power over you. No, this is about something colder, something permanent. This is about rebuilding yourself into someone so strategically untouchable that they can't even get close enough to hurt you again. You study them now, their patterns, their weaknesses, their predictable moves. You see the game clearly because you've been on the losing side, and losers see things winners are blind to. Machiavelli said it perfectly. Men ought either to be indulged or utterly destroyed because they revenge themselves for slight wrongs, while for grave ones they cannot. You were slightly wounded before. You can't be slightly wounded anymore. Comment this: calculated, not emotional, because that's your new operating system. Part 3. The rules of power. Listen carefully. The world runs on power dynamics, not fairness, not karma, not what goes around comes around. That's a comforting lie they sell to keep you passive while they operate by completely different rules. The moment you understand this, truly internalize it, everything changes. You stop being shocked by betrayal. You stop being surprised when loyalty has a price. You stop expecting people to operate with the same moral code you were before. You can't be slightly wounded anymore. Comment this: calculated, not emotional, because that's your new operating system. Part 3. The rules of power. Listen carefully. The world runs on power dynamics, not fairness, not karma, not what goes around comes around. That's a comforting lie they sell to keep you passive while they operate by completely different rules. The moment you understand this, truly internalize it, everything changes. You stop being shocked by betrayal. You stop being surprised when loyalty has a price. You stop expecting people to operate with the same moral code you were brainwashed into following. Here's what they don't teach you. Morality is a social construct designed to control the many for the benefit of the few. The people at the top, they don't follow these rules. They create them for you to follow while they maneuver freely. They preach kindness while practicing ruthlessness. They demand transparency while operating in shadows. They shame you for ambition while hoarding every advantage. You were playing checkers. They were playing chess. And they convinced you that even wanting to play chess made you a bad person. That's the trap. That's the mechanism of control, guilt, shame, the fear of being perceived as cold or calculating or Machiavellian. But let me ask you this: where did being warm and open and trusting get you? Exactly where you are now, burned, used, rebuilt from ashes. So here's the new framework, the operating system of untouchable men. First, trust is earned in tiny increments through demonstrated behavior over time, never given freely. Second, your presence is a privilege that can be revoked instantly without explanation or guilt. Third, You observe everything, reveal nothing, and move in silence until the move is already complete. Fourth, emotion is private fuel. It drives you internally but never shows externally in ways that create vulnerability. Fifth,
See, I'll do this. See, now this is, I'll do this, and I'll admit my flaws, and I'll do this, and I'm listening to this, and I'm listening intently. I will allow myself to tolerate and put up with things for the sake of having a big heart and caring and not wanting to do what I know I need to do, what I should do, but I see the good to the point where it's a fault. And then when something goes awry, it kills me. It hurts me because I spent so much time believing in that situation or that person or whatever the case may be. And that's a fault of mine that I got to work on. And I didn't have that fault before. It was after I came home. After I came home from prison, I started obtaining that fault because I wanted to see good in everybody. I wanted to try and believe that everybody was being righteous. And because now I'm on the streets, I'm not in prison no more with a bunch of, cutthroat manipulating type people. I'm on the streets. So I want to try and see the good. Well, guess what? There's just that many manipulating cutthroat people out here as there is in prison, if not more. And you have to be able to remove yourself from that situation and not feel bad, not feel any type of blame on self, and know that you're doing it for your best interest.
every relationship is evaluated on what it costs you versus what it returns. Sentiment without strategy is slavery. Sixth, you become valuable, not available. Scarcity creates power. Abundance creates exploitation. Seventh, you never explain, justify, or defend your boundaries. You simply enforce them through action. These aren't evil principles, they're reality principles. They're how protected men operate. Comment, I choose power over popularity, because that choice, that single decision, is where your transformation becomes irreversible. Part 4. The death of your old self. There's a version of you that needs to die. And I don't mean that metaphorically. I mean you need to execute that person with the same cold precision a king orders the execution of a traitor. That version of you who apologized for existing, who shrunk himself to make others comfortable, who gave third, fourth, fifth chances to people who didn't deserve the first one, who believed that being a good person meant being a weak person, who thought vulnerability was strength when it was actually just target practice for predators. That version is dead weight. He's the anchor keeping you from becoming what you need to become. And here's the hard truth most men never swallow. You have to grieve him. You have to mourn the death of who you were, because transformation isn't comfortable. It's not some motivational Instagram quote that makes you feel good for 30 seconds. It's violent. It's painful. It's watching yourself in the mirror and not recognizing the eyes staring back because they've gone cold in a way that can't be undone. But that coldness, that's not emptiness, that's clarity. That's what happens when you burn away everything that doesn't serve your survival and advancement, when you strip away the social conditioning, the people-pleasing, the desperate need to be liked by people who don't even respect you. What's left is pure function, pure strategy, pure power. Machiavelli understood that the prince who wants to maintain his position must learn how not to be good. Not because goodness is wrong, but because goodness without power is suicide in a world of wolves. You tried being the sheep. You got slaughtered. Now you become the wolf who remembers what it felt like to be prey. And that memory makes you more dangerous than wolves who were born into power because you know the cost of weakness. You've paid it in full. The old you believed people were inherently good. The new you knows people are inherently self-interested, and you build your strategies around that reality instead of wishing it were different. The old you waited for permission. The new you takes position and dares anyone to question it. The old you sought validation. The new you creates value so undeniable that validation becomes irrelevant. The old you reacted. The new you calculates 3 moves ahead and acts only when the outcome is already secured. This isn't becoming heartless, this is becoming protected. There's a difference, and only men who've been broken understand that difference. Drop this in the comments. The weak me is dead because he is. And what rises from those ashes doesn't ask for mercy, it commands respect. Part 5. The Art of Strategic Invisibility. Here's something the broken and rebuilt understand that the naturally privileged never will. Real power doesn't announce itself. It doesn't need to. Amateur power screams, it flexes, it posts. It needs constant validation and recognition because deep down it's insecure about whether it actually exists. But elite power, strategic power, it moves in absolute silence until the move is already complete and irreversible. You've been broken. You know what it's like to be exposed, to have your vulnerabilities mapped and exploited. So now you do the opposite. You become a closed system. You share nothing that can be used against you. You reveal no dreams that can be poisoned. You show no attachments that can be leveraged. You become a mystery even to people who think they know you. This is where Machiavellian strategy becomes your greatest weapon. Let them underestimate you. Let them think you're still the same person they broke. Let them believe you're harmless, defeated, no longer a threat. While they're comfortable in that delusion, you're 10 moves ahead, building resources they don't see, forming alliances they don't know about, developing skills they have no idea you possess. You become the chess player who never reveals his strategy until checkmate is unavoidable. Here's the technique. You master the performance of acceptable normalcy while your real work happens behind a wall they can't even see. You give people the version of you they expect, pleasant enough, functional enough, forgettable enough, while your actual self operates on a completely different frequency. You learn to speak multiple languages. The language of small talk for those who don't matter. The language of strategic value for those who do. The language of power for the rare few who can handle what you've become. And you never ever confuse these languages or waste elite-level communication on people operating at basic levels. You also master something most people are terrible at. Reading rooms, reading hierarchies, reading the invisible power structures in every environment you enter. You identify who actually has influence versus who just has titles. You see who controls resources versus who just controls conversations. You recognize which battles matter and which ones are distractions designed to keep you spinning your wheels while others advance. And most importantly, you disappear from the radar of people who drain you. No dramatic exits, no explanations, no closure conversations that give them one last chance to manipulate you. You just fade from their access so smoothly they don't even realize they've been cut off until they need something and discover you're no longer available. This is the art of the strategic ghost. You're not hiding. You're just no longer wasting visibility on people who don't deserve to witness your elevation. You're not being cold. You're being efficient with your energy, your time, your presence. Because men who've been broken and rebuilt understand something crucial. Your attention is your most valuable resource, and you don't owe it to anyone. Comment this phrase: silent moves, loud results, because that's the signature of someone who's transcended the need for external validation and entered the realm of self-determined power. Part 6. The weaponization of knowledge. Now we enter the phase where everything shifts from defense to offense. You've rebuilt yourself, you've gone silent, you've become strategically invisible. But transformation without application is just philosophy, and philosophy without execution is just entertainment. So here's where you become dangerous in the way that actually matters, through knowledge weaponized into strategic action. When they broke you, they taught you something invaluable, exactly how manipulation works. You've seen it from the receiving end. You know the patterns, the love bombing followed by devaluation, the gaslighting that makes you question your own perception. The intermittent reinforcement that keeps you hoping things will go back to how they were. The triangulation that pits you against others. The projection where they accuse you of exactly what they're doing. You lived through the entire playbook. And here's the Machiavellian truth that separates victims from victors. Once you understand the game, you can never be played the same way again. But more than that, you now possess the ability to see these patterns in real time, in everyone, everywhere. You walk into rooms and immediately identify the manipulators, the narcissists, the users, the takers. You see their moves 3 steps before they make them because you've memorized the dance. They think they're being clever. You're watching them run the same tired script you've already mastered. This is your edge. This is the advantage forged in pain that privileged people will never have. They don't know how predators think because they've never been prey. You know both sides of the equation, and that makes you exponentially more dangerous than someone who only knows one. But knowledge alone isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. So you don't just recognize manipulation, you become immune to it. When someone tries to gaslight you, you don't engage in the argument about reality. You just note that they're willing to lie to your face, categorize them accordingly, and adjust your strategy. When someone tries to make you jealous or create competition for your attention, you recognize the tactic, feel nothing, and withdraw your interest entirely because you don't play in manipulative frameworks anymore. When someone tests your boundaries, you don't explain why the boundary exists or negotiate it. You simply enforce it through immediate consequence, and they learn very quickly that you're not the person they can push around anymore. You also learn to use strategic questions instead of statements. Questions expose people while protecting you. What makes you think that's acceptable? Forces them to defend the indefensible. What do you expect to gain from this conversation? Cuts through manipulation and demands they show their cards. Why would I do that? Said calmly, makes them explain their unreasonable request out loud, where it sounds as absurd as it actually is. These aren't aggressive. They're surgical. They place the burden of justification on the other person while you remain calm, controlled, unmoved. This is verbal judo, using their energy against them while expending almost...
Man, this stuff is on the money right here. And you know, many of you guys know that I studied Asatru-Odinism and was heavily involved in that. And one of the things that I always liked about Asatru and Odinism is they believe that you didn't kneel down before your God. You stood next to your gods and goddesses in honor and tried to emulate their characters and become godlike. You represented strength and honor and dignity, perseverance, courage. And that was something that drew me to Asatru and Odinism, is because I didn't like the whole, and listen, I don't take this wrong, anybody that has a different religious belief or whatever, because everybody has the right to believe what they want to. And I don't look down upon anybody for what they believe. But I feel that in Christianity, there's an addictive nature to the sin forgiveness, sin forgiveness, sin forgiveness, sin forgiveness. It's like you're not holding yourself truly accountable all the time because you know you're just going to ask for forgiveness. And it takes away from a lot of self-reflection. That's just my personal opinion when I practice Christianity. So what I liked about Asatru and Odinism is that it held yourself to a higher standard. And that's what I see in this. And it's powerful. I like it. I like it a lot. It's really hitting home with me. What's going on, Carm? I see you, man. Much love, bro. I hope you're doing well, man. Send mine to Sticks, bro. I haven't seen him in a while, man. Send mine to Sticks, man. I hope he's doing good. Let's continue.
None of your own. And here's the deeper level. You begin to understand that most people are operating from scripts they've never examined. They're not strategic, they're reactive. They're running programs installed by their wounds, their insecurities, their need for validation. Once you see this, once you truly see that most human behavior is predictable pattern repetition, you stop taking things personally. You stop being emotionally affected by people who are just running their damage on autopilot. You rise above the emotional battlefield entirely and operate from pure strategy. You make decisions based on what serves your goals, not what feels good in the moment. You choose relationships based on mutual value exchange, not emotional addiction. You invest time in people who demonstrate consistent character, not just intense chemistry. Leave this in the comments. I see the game now. Because seeing it, truly seeing how it all works, is the moment you stop being a piece on the board and become the player moving the pieces. Part 7. The philosophy of controlled ruthlessness. Let's address what everyone's thinking but nobody wants to say out loud. Yes, you're becoming ruthless. And no, that's not a character flaw. It's a survival adaptation. But here's the critical distinction that separates Machiavellian power from sociopathic chaos. You're not ruthless for entertainment. You're not cruel for the sake of cruelty. You're strategically ruthless, which means every decision is calculated for maximum efficiency with minimum collateral damage to your long-term position. Controlled ruthlessness is the ability to make hard decisions without drowning in guilt about them afterward. It's cutting people off who are net negative to your life without spending 6 months agonizing over whether you're being fair. It's prioritizing your advancement over other people's comfort without apologizing for your ambition. It's saying no without explaining yourself to people who wouldn't accept any explanation anyway. This is where most men fail. They swing too far in one direction or the other. Either they stay weak, endlessly forgiving, perpetually exploited, or they become chaotically aggressive, burning bridges for ego, making enemies unnecessarily, confusing dominance displays with actual power. Both are failures. Both are emotional reactions instead of strategic positions. The Machiavellian path is different. It's cold mathematics applied to human dynamics. You keep people in your life based on a simple equation. What does this relationship cost me in time, energy, emotional bandwidth, and resources versus what does it return in value, growth, opportunities, and genuine reciprocal support? If the equation is negative, the relationship ends. Not with drama, not with explanations, not with hoping they'll change. It just ends, and you reallocate those resources to higher return investments. This sounds cold because it is cold, but coldness isn't the same as cruelty. Cruelty seeks to harm. Coldness simply refuses to be harmed. There's a massive difference, and men who've been broken understand this instinctively because they've experienced actual cruelty and know they're not replicating it, they're just refusing to be its victim again. You also develop what I call selective empathy. This doesn't mean you become heartless. It means you become strategic about where you invest your emotional energy. You have deep empathy and loyalty for the small circle of people who've proven themselves worthy through consistent action over time. For everyone else, professional courtesy, surface-level pleasantness, but no access to your inner world, your vulnerabilities, your resources, or your time beyond what serves a strategic purpose. Machiavelli wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." But here's the nuance modern readers miss. He wasn't advocating for being a tyrant. He was saying that if you must choose between being taken advantage of because people love you versus being respected because people fear the consequences of crossing you, choose respect, choose boundaries, choose the version where you're protected. And in practice, what this actually looks like is this. The people in your inner circle love you because you're loyal, generous, and present for those who've earned it. Everyone else fears you, not because you're aggressive, but because they've learned that you're unmovable when it comes to your boundaries, unmanipulatable when it comes to your decisions, and unforgiving when it comes to betrayal. You don't give second chances to people who showed you exactly who they are the first time. You don't negotiate with manipulators. You don't explain yourself to people who...
See, and that's a problem that I have too. You know, I give people too many chances, man. There's been multiple situations where I've given people too many opportunities, man, that I just forgave them too many times. And it always ended up being the same end result. And I knew deep down inside, I knew. But everything that I've gone through in life, it's like sometimes you don't want to be that person, man. Like, you don't want to be that person, but you have to, because the bottom line is there's people in this world that will hold things over your head, wait for that moment, and when, as soon as you don't go along with what they want or what they demand or their ridiculous request, they begin to plot on you. They begin to plot on you. They begin to do shady shit. And that's you got to guard yourself from that. And even if it means somewhat being selfish in a way, then you have to be. And it's kind of not being selfish. It's actually just looking out for yourself. I mean, if you're not okay, then how is your family going to be okay? If I'm not okay, how's Leslie going to be okay? If I'm not okay, how's the kids going to be okay? So forth. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not selfish to make sure that you're okay.
Who've already demonstrated they'll weaponize anything you share. You simply remove access and move forward without looking back. This is controlled ruthlessness. This is strategic elimination of threats and drains. This is how you build an empire. Whether that empire is a business, a life, or just an unshakable sense of self that nobody can ever take from you again. And here's what's beautiful about this approach. The right people aren't scared off by your boundaries. They respect them. They appreciate that you're a man who knows his worth and protects it. The wrong people, they self-select out of your life the moment they realize they can't exploit you, which saves you years of wasted time and energy. Drop this in the comments. Ruthless with purpose. Because purpose is what separates the strategic from the savage, the powerful from the merely violent, the Machiavellian from the merely broken. Part 8. The reconstruction of identity. Here's where we go deeper than tactics and strategy. Here's where we talk about who you actually are now, because the person you were before they broke you, he's gone. And the person you're becoming, he's someone entirely new. Not better, not worse. Just fundamentally different in ways that can't be undone. This is the part nobody talks about in the revenge fantasies and the power podcasts. They talk about winning. They talk about dominating. They talk about showing everyone who doubted you. But they don't talk about the isolation that comes with transformation. They don't talk about looking around and realizing you can't have the same conversations anymore. You can't laugh at the same jokes. You can't tolerate the same surface-level relationships. You've seen too much. You know too much. You've rebuilt yourself at a frequency that most people don't even know exists. And that creates distance. Not because you're better than anyone, but because you're operating in a different reality now. You see the patterns. You see the games. You see the manipulation in conversations that used to seem normal. You see the weakness in behaviors you used to participate in. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You can't go back to being naive. You can't pretend you don't notice. You can't force yourself to care about things that don't matter when you've been through things that almost destroyed you.
See, like even in a recent situation, right? Like there was something that wouldn't let me let it go for a minute. And like I kept wanting to text an individual and like almost like I felt like I was wrong, but I knew I was right. And like doubting myself almost, but knowing that I was absolutely in the right and that I had every right to stand where I stood. And that's what I mean. Like, I got to learn not to doubt myself no more, man. When I have that feeling inside, I got to listen to that fucking feeling no matter what. And I can't hesitate to act on it. Like you said, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So if you don't act on it, you're constantly going to be dealing with that conflict in your mind.
Is the loneliness of elevation, and it's real. It's the price you pay for becoming untouchable. Because untouchable doesn't just mean others can't hurt you, it also means they can't reach you. Not really, not at the level where you actually exist now. But here's the reframe that makes this bearable. You're not losing anything real. You're losing illusions. You're losing fake connections that felt like relationships, but were actually just transactional arrangements where you gave more than you got. You're losing people who only liked the version of you that served them. You're losing access to a version of the world that was never actually real. It was just a comfortable lie you believed before reality showed you the truth. And what you gain in exchange? Unshakable self-reliance. The knowledge that you can be broken and still rebuild. The confidence that comes from knowing you don't need anyone to complete you because you've already survived the worst and come out stronger. The clarity of knowing exactly who you are, what you stand for, and what you will and won't tolerate. Not because you're better than anyone, but because you're operating in a different reality now. You see the patterns, you see the games, you see the manipulation in conversations that used to seem normal. You see the weakness in behaviors you used to participate in. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You can't go back to being naive. You can't pretend you don't notice. You can't force yourself to care about things that don't matter when you've been through things that almost destroyed you. This is the loneliness of elevation, and it's real. It's the price you pay for becoming untouchable. Because untouchable doesn't just mean others can't hurt you, it also means they can't reach you. Not really, not at the level where you actually exist now. But here's the reframe that makes this bearable. You're not losing anything real. You're losing illusions. You're losing fake connections that felt like relationships, but were actually just transactional arrangements where you gave more than you got. You're losing people who only liked the version of you that served them. You're losing access to a version of the world that was never actually real. It was just
That's funny too, man. Hey, this hits hard because I'm gonna tell you why. Man, I would go live, man, and I'm just gonna say, man, I would go live, right? And a lot of times the people I would go in and support and be in there and sitting there and playing along. And I started to realize, man, when I would go live, I wouldn't see those people in my chat, man. A couple, but they were always here. But like the majority, no, you wouldn't see them, but you would see them as soon as they were fucking talking a gang of shit about Dub or whatever. You would see fucking a bunch of people. And it's just like, dude, like, like that shit hits home, man. That shit hits home right there because people do that. It's convenient to have a friendship and dangle things over you and because it's another person on their side. It's another person on the team. But as soon as you no longer go along with that narrative or you no longer play that game, that's it. You're no longer useful to them. It's interesting.
a comfortable lie you believed before reality showed you the truth. And what you gain in exchange? Unshakable self-reliance. The knowledge that you can be broken and still rebuild. The confidence that comes from knowing you don't need anyone to complete you because you've already survived the worst and come out stronger. The clarity of knowing exactly who you are, what you stand for, and what you will and won't tolerate. This is identity reconstruction. This is building yourself from the foundation up with intention, instead of just accepting whatever personality formed through unconscious social conditioning. You decide your values now, not based on what you were taught, not based on what's popular, not based on what gets you liked, based on what's actually true, what actually works, what actually protects you and advances your position. And yes, some of those values will make people uncomfortable. Your boundaries will offend people who benefited from you having none. Your standards will alienate people who can't meet them. Your silence will frustrate people who are used to you explaining yourself. Your absence will anger people who took your presence for granted. Good. Let them be uncomfortable. Let them be offended. Let them be frustrated and angry. Their emotions about your transformation are not your responsibility. You are not obligated to stay small so others can feel comfortable. You are not required to stay broken so they don't have to face what they did to you. You are not responsible for managing the feelings of people who didn't care about yours when they were using you. This is where masculine stoicism becomes your armor. You feel everything: the anger, the grief, the loneliness, the cold satisfaction of becoming powerful, but you process it internally. You use it as fuel. You don't perform it for an audience. You don't need validation for your journey because the results speak louder than any explanation ever could. People will watch you change, and they won't understand it. They'll say you've become cold. They'll say you've changed for the worse. They'll say you're not the person you used to be, and you'll look at them with those new eyes, those cold, clear, calculating eyes, and you'll think, exactly. That was the whole point. Because the person you used to be got destroyed, and the person you are now, he's built to make sure that never happens again. Not through aggression, not through revenge, through strategic positioning so superior that threats can't even get close enough to matter, through value creation so undeniable that you don't need anyone's permission or approval, through self-mastery.
You know, it's funny because like you sit here, right? And like something that I've really come to realization with, especially lately, the last, I'd say, month and some change. You know, I've worked very hard on changing who I am. And I was talking to Leslie about it today. I said, could you imagine if all this happened 10 years ago? She goes, I don't even want to think about it. And I said, well, why not? She goes, because you wouldn't even be here. Because 10 years ago, my mindset was completely different than it is today. I was still a very much different person. I've grown up a lot in the last 10 years. In the last 16, especially since I came home in 2010. And something that I started to realize in the last month and some change is that I'm dumbing myself down. Like I am literally dumbing myself down with this nonsense that I take in every day. And how I even got wrapped up in it and caught up in it in the first place, I kind of don't even really remember. But somewhere along the line, I got caught up in it. And, you know, sitting there looking the last couple months and listening to the shit on repeat and just the same old shit over and over again. It just started to make me realize, like, why am I doing this? Like, what the fuck am I obtaining from this other than dumbing myself down? You know, so it's not always about other people. Sometimes it's just about self-reflection and needing to do what you got to do for you.
So complete that external chaos can't touch your internal peace. Comment this: I built myself for war because you did, not a war against others, a war against ever being that vulnerable, that exploitable, that breakable again. And in that war, you've already won. Part 9. The legacy of the transformed. So what do you do with all this power you've built? What's the end game of becoming untouchable? Because if transformation stops at self-protection, you've only completed half the journey. You've become defended but not dangerous. You've become safe, but not significant. And men who've been broken and rebuilt aren't meant for safe, quiet lives. They're meant to build empires that outlast them. Here's the final evolution. You take everything they tried to destroy in you and you weaponize it into creation. You take the pain and turn it into productivity. You take the betrayal and turn it into business acumen. You take the isolation and turn it into focused execution. You take the anger and turn it into unstoppable momentum. Every wound becomes...
You take the isolation and turn it into focus. What did it say? Meditation. That is so, like, man, that causes me to think back when, like, in the shoe, like, you're in the worst possible situation you can be in. You're locked in a cell 23 hours a day in a bathroom the size of most people's bathroom, actually probably smaller than most people's bathrooms nowadays. But 23 hours a day, what do you got to do to keep yourself busy? You got to do something to keep yourself busy. You got to focus on something, man.
becomes a resource. Every scar becomes a story. Every moment they tried to break you becomes proof that you're unbreakable. This is alchemical transformation, turning the lead of suffering into the gold of achievement. And this is where you separate yourself from everyone who's ever doubted you, used you, or discarded you. Not by talking about it, not by posting about it, not by needing them to see it, by building something so undeniable that it exists, independent of their acknowledgement. You create value in the world, real value. Not just money, though money is a natural byproduct of value creation, but actual contribution that makes you irreplaceable in your domain. You become the person people need, the one they call when it matters, the one whose name carries weight in rooms you're not even in. And you do this not for validation, but because men of power understand that legacy is the only thing that matters. Your feelings are temporary. Your comfort is temporary. Your revenge fantasies are temporary. But what you build, what you create, the systems you establish, the people you elevate who deserve it, the work you produce that outlives you, that's permanent. That's how you win the long game. Machiavelli's actual legacy wasn't his political career. It was his writing. The very system that exiled him and tried to destroy him is forgotten. But his ideas, still shaping how power operates 500 years later. That's the ultimate revenge, not destroying your enemies, outlasting them, building something so significant that generations from now, your name still means something while theirs are dust. And here's what's critical. You don't build this legacy trying to prove anything to the people who broke you. That's still giving them power over your narrative. You build it because you've transcended needing their validation entirely. You've become intrinsically motivated, driven by internal standards so high that external opinions become irrelevant noise. You compete only with yesterday's version of yourself. You measure success only against your own potential. You answer only to the vision you have for what your life can become. This is freedom, real freedom, not the fake freedom of doing whatever you want without consequences, but the mature freedom of becoming so self-directed that other people's judgments can't reach you anymore. And when you operate from this place, when you're building legacy instead of seeking revenge, creating value instead of proving points, focused on your mission instead of your enemies, something interesting happens. You forget about them entirely. The people who broke you become irrelevant. They fade into the background of your story, minor characters in a narrative that became much bigger than they could ever touch. They wanted to be the ending of your story. Instead, they became the catalyst for its greatest chapter. Drop this phrase, "They made me, now watch me build." Because that's the transition from victim to victor, from wounded to warrior, from someone who was broken to someone who breaks limitations and builds empires on the other side of pain. Part 10. The final transmission. So here we are, the end of the transmission. But really, it's just the beginning of your actual work, because everything I've told you is just information until you apply it, just words until you become it. just philosophy until you execute it in the real world where it actually matters. You've got a choice to make right now. And it's the same choice every man who's been broken has to make. Do you stay in the story of what happened to you? Or do you become the author of what happens next? Do you keep replaying the betrayal, the pain, the moments they made you feel powerless? Or do you take all of that, compress it into fuel, and become something they never saw coming? Most men choose comfort. They choose familiarity. They choose the known pain of staying broken over the unknown challenge of rebuilding. And that's fine. That's their path. But you're still here. You're still listening. Which tells me you're not most men.
Fun fact, man. So I used to take vows of silence when I was in prison during my last 4 years. I would do 9 nights, 9 days of silence. I wouldn't speak at all. And I got to tell you, man, that was some of the most it was just the most enlightening time. Because when you sit there and you don't speak at all you do is listen to the mundane conversation that goes around you every day. The conversation that really has no meaning, bears no weight on life whatsoever, is just monotonous gossip and bullshit. Trust me, when you go silent for 9 days and 9 nights and sit there on a prison yard and listen to a bunch of motherfuckers talk, you realize how fucking stupid you are for even being there. And one day, I decided I was going to go ahead and make a sacrifice for a year for my grandmother. So in the morning, I came out for breakfast and I threw my mattress over the tier. And for the next year, I slept on the metal with nothing but a sheet and a blanket as a pillow. And I did that to just kind of make myself uncomfortable enough because I knew my grandmother was very uncomfortable. And I felt like I owed her that. So for a year, I slept on the metal. It was kind of harsh. It was uncomfortable, but hey, I did it.
You're the type who takes the hard road because you know the easy road leads nowhere worth going. You're the type who'd rather be feared and respected than liked and used. You're the type who understands that power isn't given, it's taken through relentless self-development and strategic positioning. So, take it. Take everything I've given you in this monologue and forge it into action. Become the silent operator. Become the strategic ghost. Become the man who reads the room, controls the frame, and moves 3 steps ahead while everyone else is still reacting to what already happened. Become untouchable, not through aggression, but through excellence. Not through cruelty, but through standards so high that weak people self-eliminate from your life. Not through revenge, but through building something so powerful that your success becomes the only response they'll ever get. And remember this is critical. They don't get to see the transformation. They don't get progress updates. They don't get explanations. They just wake up one day, 5 years from now, and realize you're operating at a level they can't even comprehend. And by then, you won't even remember their names because you'll be too busy building your empire, protecting your peace, and living at a frequency where their existence doesn't register anymore. That's the Machiavellian revenge, not destruction, transcendence. They broke you once. You became the monster they created. But that monster, he doesn't destroy, he builds, he dominates, he wins, not just once, not just against them, but consistently, strategically, permanently. You are the storm they created, and storms don't apologize. They don't explain. They just move with unstoppable force, reshaping everything in their path. Leave one final comment. The transformation is complete. Now, if this resonated with you, if you felt this in your core, hit that like button. Subscribe to Machiavellian Mind because we're just getting started on this journey to untouchable power. And turn on those notifications so you never miss the next transmission. The weak stay broken, the strong rebuild. But the Machiavellian, we become legends. Welcome to the other side.
Yeah, that was good. What's up, Cheek? How you doing, my brother? Much love, man. Man, much love, man. Much love, brother. Hey, I just put one of the links in the description below, and let me find the other one real quick. So they're down there. I really enjoyed watching those with you guys, man. I hope you guys did too. I really am taking a lot from this. And I really needed it, to be honest. All right, I put both links in the description below. So if anybody wants to watch those or check them out again, you can. I also subscribe to King Stoic. I just found their page right here. Here we go. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I'm not done yet. Logic, it's good to see you, Logic. Leslie and I both send our love.
Demanded. It's commanded through control. Respect isn't demanded. It's commanded through control. Here are 7 Stoic lessons to handle disrespect like a true alpha. 1. Don't react, respond. Emotional outbursts prove they got to you. Silence proves they didn't. 2. Never argue with fools. You only lower yourself to their level. Walk away with your dignity. 3. Stay composed. Losing your temper hands them the power. Composure is dominance. 4. Let actions speak. Show them your standards through behavior, not words. 5. Raise your boundaries. What you allow once becomes a pattern. Stop it early. 6. Don't seek revenge. Build power. Leveling up in silence humiliates them more than retaliation. 7. Detach from their opinion. Their judgment means nothing if you've mastered your own. Disrespect is noise. True alphas don't react to noise. They outgrow it. Respect isn't demanded.
Yeah, I like this. Corrupt, what's going on, brother? What is going on, my brother? Good to see you, man. Hey, there's my wife. I was wondering if you were in here.
Let them, just let them. If they want to choose something or someone over you, let them. If they want to go weeks without talking to you, let them. If they're okay with never seeing you, let them. If they are okay with always putting themselves first, let them. If they are showing you who they are and not what you perceive them to be, let them. If they want to follow the crowd, let them. If they want to judge or misunderstand you, let them. If they act like they can live without you, let them. If they want to walk out of your life and leave, hold the door open and let them. Let them lose you. You were never theirs because you were always your own. So let them show you who they truly are.
That's fucking facts right there, man. That is facts right there. You were never theirs, baby. Never motherfucking theirs.
Let me make one thing clear. I don't care how important you are to me. The moment you make it clear that I'm not important to you, you become a stranger to me. I've learned that loyalty is everything. If you can't see my worth, then you have no place in my life. And I give respect to those who deserve it. But the moment you show me that you're not, that you don't care, you lose my respect. You lose my trust. People come and go. I don't have time for games or for people who think they can treat me any way they like. Simple. You respect me. I respect you. You stand by me. I stand by you. So if you're in my life, remember this. It's a privilege, not a right. I won't beg for attention. I don't chase after anyone. I focus on those who matter. Let me...
Yes, sir. What's going on, man? Is Chief in here? What's up, Chief? What's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I think Leslie had a good day today. Corrupt, man, it's good to see you, bro. I hope you're having a good night, man. You and the family, brother. Hey, I want to show. Hey, hold on, real quick. I want to show Corrupt short. I saw it today, man. I was laughing my ass off, man. Hold on, let me find it. I was cracking up, dog, when I saw this today. Hold on. I was laughing, bro. You had me rolling. It's right here. Hold on. You had me rolling, Corrupt. Oh man, you had me rolling, bro.
Self-leveling properties in it. What's self-leveling properties, Corrupt, you might ask? Self-leveling properties is exactly what it sounds like. You put the paint on, you knock it down, and it will find where to go. It's like Bruce Lee talked about. Be like water, find the path of least resistance. Pro Classic in a Sherwin-Williams near you.
I was dying, Corrupt, bro. That is awesome, bro. I'm gonna watch that shit again.
Has self-leveling properties in it. What's self-leveling properties, Corrupt, you might ask? Self-leveling properties is exactly what it sounds like. You put the paint on, you knock it down, and it will find where to go. It's like Bruce Lee talked about. Be like water, find the path of least resistance. Pro Classic in a Sherwin-Williams near you.
My face hurt, bro, when I watched that, dog. That was hilarious, bro. Hunter, what's going on, brother? Man, I haven't seen you in a while, brother. What is up? Excuse me, I'm yawning. Worked my ass off today, man. I'm tired. Back at it tomorrow too. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna play a song right now, and I got to make an important phone call real quick because a customer just texted me, and I got a call to find out when I can come to their house tomorrow. So I'm gonna play a song real quick, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Let me see here, man. Let me put something on. Here we go.
I spoke to God today, and she said that she's ashamed. What have I become? What have I done? I spoke to the devil today, and he swears he's not to blame. And I understood, 'cause I feel the same. Arms wide open, I stand alone. I'm no hero, and I'm not made of stone.
just like me. What have I done? And who have I become? I saw the devil today, and he looked a lot like me.
I don't like the way that sounds for some reason. I don't know why that song sounds that way. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. But like it sounds weird. Like it, I don't know. Hold on.
Yeah, you've been alone. I've been gone for far too long. But with all that we've been through, after all this time, I'm coming home to you. Never let it show the pain I've grown to know. 'Cause with all these things we do, it don't matter when I'm coming home to you. I reach towards the sky, I've said my goodbyes, my heart's always with you now. I won't question why so many have died. My prayers have made it through, yeah. 'Cause with all these things we do, it don't matter when I'm coming home to you. Let's keep me warm. Help me through the storm. But with all that we've been through, after all this time, I'm coming home. I reached towards the sky, said my goodbyes, my heart's always with you now. I won't question why so many have died. My prayers have made it through, yeah. 'Cause with all these things we do, it don't matter when I'm coming home to you. I've always been true. I've waited so long just to come home to you. I'm making it through. It's been far too long. We've proven our love over time so strong in all that we do. The stars in the night let me their light to bring me closer. After all this time, I'm coming home. I reached towards the sky, said my goodbyes, my heart's always with you now. I won't question why so many have died. My prayers have made it through, yeah. 'Cause with all these things we do, it don't matter when I'm coming home. And with all that we've been through, after all this time, I'm coming home to you.
Yeah, Dusty, what do you want to hear, brother? What do you want to hear, brother? Shoot it, Dusty. I really enjoyed the live tonight, guys. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out. Yeah, I thought those videos were pretty cool and definitely very enlightening. And yeah, the book of quotes that you got me, Snowplow, is awesome. The quotes are amazing. And I'm a big quote person anyways, so pretty cool. And I like philosophy, you know what I mean? Um, I'm big on Nietzsche, even though he got a little crazy towards the end there. But you know, Nietzsche was a smart man too. Um, you know, his philosophy was about other things, you know, more religious based, um, counteracting religious entities and stuff. But all right, Dusty must have went back in, so we're going with well, we'll do Rolling Stones. We'll do Rolling Stones. I got you next, Dusty.
Yeah, star-crossed in pleasure, stream flows on by. Yes, as we sated in leisure, we watch it fly. Yes. And time waits for no one, and it won't wait for me. Time waits for no one, and it won't wait. Tear down a building or destroy a woman's face. Hours are like diamonds, don't let them waste. Time waits for no one, no favors has he. Time waits for no one, and he won't wait for me. Yeah. To their passing years, till their fame everlasting. Here it comes chopping and reaping. Hear him laugh at their cheating. Time waits for no man, and it won't wait for me. Yes, time waits for no one, and it won't wait for thee. In your summer, gather your calm. The dreams of the night time will vanish by dawn. And time waits for no one, and it won't wait for me. Time waits for no one, and it won't wait for me. are the ones that wanna play, always wanna go, but you never wanna stay. And we are the ones that wanna choose, always wanna play, but you never wanna lose. Aerials in the sky. When you lose small mind, you free your life. Life is a waterfall. We drink from the river, then we turn around and put up our walls. Swimming through the void, we hear the word. We lose ourselves, but we find it all. Cause we are the ones that wanna play, always wanna go, but you never wanna stay.
Hey, Hunter, she must be fucking doing something else. Bro, she must have walked off away from her phone or something, bro. She sits it down and starts doing shit. She probably got her earbud in. We're hanging in there though, brother. I saw your comment, brother. We're hanging in there, man. You know, we're both working. We got a lot of changes coming up. We're getting ready to move here in a month and a half. Moving into a smaller place, getting out of this house, way too expensive. And now Hunter was just asking how we're doing, honey. He's talking to you. Well, talk to Hunter, babe. He's in the chat. He's trying to talk to you. But no, we're doing all right, bro. We're hanging in there. It's definitely been rough, but we're hanging in there, bro. You know how we do it, bro. Always fighting, bro. Never giving up.
We are the ones that wanna choose, always wanna play, but you never wanna lose.
Big Timmy in the house, man. Salute, brother.
Aerials in the sky. When you lose small mind, you free your life. Aerials so up high. When you free your life, eternal prize. Aerials in the sky. When you lose small mind, you free your life. Aerials so up high. When you free your eyes, eternal prize. Oh, oh, oh,
This girl has a hold of me. I see it in her eyes. When she stands next to me, she takes me by surprise. Now that you're gone away, it means more lonely nights. I try to treat you right. Hey girl, don't you ever change. You killed me deep inside. And I tried to hold you, but you left me to die. to kiss you goodbye. Well, I'm dreaming, we're dreaming, dream alone. We're dreaming, dream alone. This girl walked away from me. I told too many lies. Now that you're gone away, it means more lonely night. Yeah, I tried to hold you, but you left me to die. My heart aches tonight. Wish I could see you to kiss you goodbye. And I'm dreaming, we're dreaming, dream alone. We're dreaming, dream alone. All lonely, dream alone. We're dreaming alone. We're dreaming, dream alone. And that's nothing about it I would change. See, there's nothing about it I would change. And I only wanna dance in the fire in a world that's full of traps and one desire. And I only wanna dance round the fire tonight. Well, I'm dreaming. Well, I can understand what goes on in my mind. I can't explain it, but at times it makes me blind. And when I'm feeling blue, a part of you make me feel just fine. I'm getting older, a little colder, so they say. And I wanna hold her, can't control her to this day. And I'm suffering for the same.
Bass solo, take one.
All right.
Scanning the scene in the city tonight. We're looking for you to start up a fight. There's an evil feeling in our brains, but it's nothing new. You know what drives us insane. Running on our way out. You will be dying 1,000 deaths. Running on our way out. You will be dying 1,000 deaths. So yeah. destroy. So damn, seek and destroy. There is no escape, and that's for sure. This is the end, we won't take anymore. Say goodbye to the world you live in. You've always been taking, and now you're giving. Running on a way hiding. You will pay life without the death. Running on a way hiding. You will pay life without the death. So yeah, seek and destroy. 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 What can we do? We got to take this away from each other. How far we crawl? Are we too confrontational? We don't look back now, destroy them all. Get off your knees to be seen, stand tall. How do we know? A coming down from a crowd of thorns. If we take the time to understand the foundation from which we stand, built by cowards, born from thieves, and designed to keep us on our knees. I see my eyes are open wide. No, what can we do? We got to take this away from us. How far we crawl? Are we too confrontational? We don't look back now, destroy them all. Get off your knees to be seen, stand tall. How do we know? A coming down from the crown of thorns. Anti-complicity anthem! When we take the law in our own hands, we make it certain that our demand is to watershed for a dying dream. If we take the law in our own hands, we make it certain that our demand is to watershed for a dying dream. I'd rather be here than to not be dead. I set my eyes open wide. What can we do? What got to take this away from us? How far we crawl? Are we too confrontational? We don't look back now, destroy them all. Get off your knees to be seen, stand tall. How do we know? We're coming down from a crown of thorns.
Switching off to spin when you're down, but ain't that America? Inviting the odds of fate. Like a rope, it hangs low like a collar. What more could you give for?
No, that's a good band. I like Ignite. Ignite's good. Yeah, I'm gonna play this one. CB, what's going on, man?
I need an angel, 'cause the devil keep on walking with me. Demons talk to me at night when I sleep. These heathens only love it when I'm bleed. Please, I need an angel, 'cause the devil keep on walking with me. Demons talk to me at night when I sleep. These heathens only love it when I'm bleed. Please, I need an angel.
I'm on the edge, so many demons inside of my life, I ain't fucking with it. Roll up a leg, smoke to the head, I'm sipping on Sprite that has color in it. Mixing these Xanax and blow, this shit is breaking my concentration. Mixing these highs and these lows, this shit's a dangerous combination. Man, I need Jesus, I'm falling to pieces, I really feel like I've been losing control. Heart beating fast, but I'm moving real slow. I don't think that I can do this no more. Just an angel that fell out the sky. Do you think that I'm telling a lie? Do you think that the devil's alive? Can you see all this hell in my eyes? I've been praying for peace, but it's so hard. I wish someone in heaven would send me a postcard. Wish I could visit all the stars, but they're so far. I'm so scared to go to sleep, just where the ghost star. This voice in my head is a danger. It told me to pick up a banger, put one in the chamber and end all my anguish. It's got me thinking.
I need an angel, 'cause the devil keep on walking with me. Demons talk to me at night when I sleep. These heathens only love it when I'm bleed. Please, I need an angel, 'cause the devil keep on walking with me. Demons talk to me at night when I sleep. These heathens only love it when I'm bleed. Please, I need
standing on the ledge lately. I've been looking for the meaning, trying to figure out the point of pain. I've been looking to the edge while I question all my friends, and I'm taking all these drugs till my soul gets drained. I don't even understand why. I've been looking at life like it's a damn lie. Try to keep it in sight, but it's a landslide. These demons deep in the night, get out my damn mind. These demons deep in the night, get out my damn mind. I can see them all in the darkness, looking to God. I sit and wonder why I'm heartless. Demons alive, so I was hoping you could spark this light up inside, so I could survive all this hardship. Spinning around, and yo, it got me feeling cautious. Another couple pumps, and now it got me feeling nauseous. I've been testing me lately, so everybody must be cautious, 'cause I am shooting back and I'm a marksman.
I need an angel, 'cause the devil keep on walking with me. Demons talk to me at night when I sleep. These heathens only love it when I'm bleed. Please, I need an angel, 'cause the devil keep on walking with me. Demons talk to me at night when I sleep. These heathens only love it when I'm bleed. Please, I need an angel. I need an angel.
All right, so I don't know if you guys remember Ryan Leone. Not sure if you guys remember him, but Ryan Leone had a YouTube channel, and he told his stories, his life story. And unfortunately, he couldn't leave the drugs alone. He was a heroin addict, and he just couldn't stop. And eventually, his liver ended up giving out, and he ended up passing away. But this is a song by Matty Boy that I really like, one of my favorites by him. And it's honor of Ryan Leone. But listen to the lyrics on this one, man. And this right here is a good testament to how I quite often feel. It's just real.
You know what it's like to know that no one will ever know what it's like to carry on because I have to look in the mirror, not in shame, but to know that there's nobody there, nobody cares. I talk to myself because nobody else will, nobody will understand.
You won't fucking get it, no matter how I try. Stuck in this hopelessness, I'm anxious to die. I've taken your pills, I've tried all your poisons. My anxiety spikes, I become more reclusive. Speak of my issues, then I do it again. Then they tell me I'm crazy cause the pills work for them. Repeat my behaviors cause I miss all my friends. The ones with my nightmares, the ones with my fears. I don't like doing time, but it makes me forget. Like being a criminal is the place where I fit. I only felt alive out here hustling. Now I only feel alive with my kids right next to me. My incapabilities got me split in the custody. I pull people in, then I push them away from me. I'm losing all hope. I laugh when I cry. I come across like it's alright, but I'm losing my mind.
No, I can't change my past. But I've been running all my life as fast I can. Been running away from the pain I caused. It's hard to believe that I'm still standing here at all. So I pray you forgive me now. I pray you won't leave me now. I pray you forgive me now.
I go to sleep late cause my dreams are a lie. Wake up, sleep deprived, seeing shadows in the sky. I'm tired of being scared, scared to live, scared to die. Mama told me I was special, but I'm scared that's a lie. Am I as crazy as I think? Is everybody like me, acting out like they're better on purpose just to spite me? I wanna let go, my mind won't let me. People laugh and have fun, I'm boiling over with envy. Talking to my moms, I'm searching for answers. Like, why'd you have to die? Why can't they cure cancer? Becoming that cancer, depressing my family. And what about my kids? Are they better without
me? No,
me?
I can't change my past. But I've been running all my life as fast I can. Been running away from the pain I caused. It's hard to believe that I'm still standing here at all. So I pray you forgive me now. I pray you won't leave me now. I pray you forgive me now.
Yeah, I'll never forget the first time I heard that song, man. I mean, that just sums it up right there. The constant battle I deal with inside my head. If it makes any sense at all. All right, let's go change it up a little bit, man. Getting all kind of down and sad and shit, man. Yeah, she's a very good singer, bro. Very good. Hey, real quick, man, before I fucking forget, Jeter, I don't know if you still in here, dog, but it's good to see you, bro, man. I hope you're doing good too, brother. That's real, man. I hope you're doing good, bro. Jeter, it's always another one, man. Always been legit, real. Never been shady behind the scenes, no bullshit, no fuck shit. He got something to say, he'll reach out directly and say it, man. I've always had respect for Jeter, man. He's a real one. People can talk shit all they want, man, but Jeter's always kept it real.
So tired sleeping through the day, bloodshot eyes and the sweat from my body. And I picked my head up yesterday, found no reason or hope left inside of me. But I still believe in immortal love, and I know there's someone above. Shine down, don't take it away from me, no. And I know you know how, yeah. Shine down, just give me a chance to feel it. It's taking forever to get me off the ground. Oh, dear, it's overwhelming. Day and night takes its toll on my sanity. And I know I've been away too long. All these years I've been hiding, feeling I'm coming strong. But I still believe in immortal love, and I know there's someone that's up above. Show me a path to find my way, and give me a reason to pray. Shine down, don't take it away from me, no. And I know you know how, yeah. And shine down, just give me a chance to feel it. It's taking forever to get me off the ground, yeah. And shine down, don't take it away from me, no. And I know you know how, yeah. And shine down, just give me a chance to feel it. It's taking forever to get me off the ground.
Hey, brother. Hunter, definitely, man. Hey, it's good to see you, brother. Hey, Dusty, man. Drive safe, man. Definitely. Likewise, Hunter. Hey, man. Definitely. Likewise. Timmy, man. Much love, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, guys. I gotta get up early in the morning and do the thing again. So, man, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off myself, man, and go in and hang out with the wife and get some rest. But again, it was awesome hanging out with you guys tonight, man, and I really enjoyed it. Um, I was talking to Leslie, and while I'm gonna, continue to touch on prison content on this channel, at the same time, I mean, one only has so many prison stories, and that's just a fact. Like, I don't care how much time you did, like, you're only gonna have so many prison stories, man. And I've even heard stories about people making up motherfucking stories about grape just to have content. And I'm talking about people you wouldn't even expect doing it. just crazy. I only knew of one white individual that ever did that in the California Department of Corrections, and his name was Pincushion. And everywhere he went, they tried to kill him, and they never could get him. One time they got him in the kitchen, tried to get him in the kitchen, and he ran out of the kitchen with a big-ass stew pot over his fucking head. And finally, on an S&Y yard, they got him. Finally, they whacked him on an S&Y yard. But that's the only white dude I've ever heard of doing that in the California Department of Corrections. So like that's not a thing that happens in California Department of Corrections with white dudes and Mexicans. And even the blacks usually it don't happen. So that's not like a big thing that I ever had to even worry about, you know what I mean? Because if you do that to somebody in there, you're in trouble. But to hear people make up a story just to have content to talk about, and that's the story they make up because they know it's going to get a lot of views, which is disgusting as fuck to me, but it's true. The great videos get more views than any other fucking, prison videos. It's disgusting. It's sad. It truly is sad. But that people would actually make up a fucking story like that just to have some content is insane to me, man. Like mind fucking blowing, man. I'm just saying, like, that's crazy. Just to make some dollars because they know it'll fucking get views. Like, wow. I can't do it. But sorry, just not me. So me and Leslie, we're talking about it, and there's probably some true crime stuff we'll have to touch on and stuff and whatnot. But yeah, I definitely want to keep doing some of these lives though, where we listen to some of these messages because they're definitely powerful. But anyways, I'm gonna get off of here, guys. You guys have a good night. Sunset, everybody. Unapologetic American. Everybody, I don't know if Snowplow, there you are, sis. Jordan, everybody, man. Jordan, thank you so much for all the support, brother. I appreciate it. Everybody, man. Thank you. And real recognizes real, man. Corso, man. What's up, brother? Man, I'm so happy for you and your girl, man. I really am, brother. I really am, man. Yeah, brother. You deserve happiness, bro. And like I said, man, me and Leslie been together almost married 16 years, bro. And it's a beautiful thing, bro. So I'm happy for you, man. But anyways, I was going to end the live, man. But I hope you guys have a good night, man. Corso, man. I hope you guys have a blessed one, man. I'm going to go slack on back, man, and get ready to do this work thing tomorrow, man. Absolutely, brother. Of course, Corso. Hey, you all have a good night, man. Much love, everybody.